Hi, are you stressing over the non-delivery of a parcel at Christmas time? It's stressful, isn't it? So if you are, I strongly recommend that you contact the vendor, the person you ordered the item from, rather than the courier company. You'll be wasting your time trying to talk to the courier company. Believe me, you can spend hours on the phone. Best to contact the vendor, and some vendors will send out an immediate replacement, but also, or they'll sort it with you, or if necessary, they might organise a refund. It's also important for the vendor to know, because they need to know how the courier is performing. And if necessary, they can change couriers if appropriate. Many people make orders and it's difficult for the couriers because a lot of people aren't at home during the day when the couriers are delivering. So I strongly recommend organising a box outside your house. A permanent box is better if possible, but you know, a discreet box often will suffice. But these proper parcel delivery boxes are the best, obviously. And I think all new homes should be built with these boxes. And maybe the courier companies should sponsor, you know, people having these boxes too, because it's really taken off, hasn't it, this parcel delivery? Finally, I would say that please bear in mind that a lot of these couriers are self-employed, you know, particularly the ones that deliver in their own cars. They're part of the gig economy. They don't have any contracts of employment, no sick pay, no holiday pay, and their rates of pay are quite low, and they work as and when required because they're not on a contract, and they're paying all their own fuel expenses and car expenses, and they pay quite low amounts. And in fact, the rate of pay per parcel has been going down for such couriers over the years, in recent years. As the volume's gone up, the rate per parcel has been going down. So they've been taking pay cuts, and the economic situation is such that these courier companies often are more than happy if somebody leaves, because they just replace them with another courier and pay them a lower parcel rate. Also, couriers have been reporting concerns about the size of parcels they're getting and whether they're being paid correctly. And I think it'd be really interesting for the BBC or somebody to investigate some of these courier companies, because there's stories going around that the courier companies charge the sender X amount for a large parcel and the couriers are being paid for smaller size parcels, that kind of thing going on. Or the couriers are delivering, say, 5 more parcels than what they're being paid for, perhaps. So I really would find it really interesting if somebody did a documentary on these sort of things. But it's a bit like these courier companies that employ these people on a self-employed basis. It's a bit like the Victorian times. I went to visit Beamish, a fantastic museum up the northeast, and I was chatting away. They have locals acting the part of people 100 or so years ago, and I spoke to a miner who explained that he was paid as and when. He was paid by the amount of coal he was digging out. He had to supply his own tools. He had no sick pay, no holiday pay. Well, you know, it feels like we've gone back to a sort of modern Victorian time with this gig economy. And, you know, you're getting your parcels nice and cheaply. But, you know, these small little independent couriers coming round are not earning a great deal from their deliveries. And I'm not sure if they're being treated too well either. Anyway, all the very best. I hope your parcels arrive for Christmas and you have a lovely Christmas. All the very best now. Cheers. Bye-bye.